Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. I'm Foster,
I'm Daniel.
and we're back for
Woo.
another week. This is, yeah, we've been doing really good.
We
I
have
haven't
been doing
mentioned
really
it,
good.
but we've been doing really good. This is like an odd summer. Normally the summers are like the
Summers
worst.
have been terrible, yeah.
It's been like one a month the past summers, but now we're
Yeah.
doing one a week. Is that
We're
because
actually
we're
doing
like, yeah,
we're do, we're doing it so often that like I think Colin's at camp, so it makes sense, but he's like several episodes behind, and so is Anna. And
wow,
there are two of our most frequent viewers.
Hmm.
I'm sure that my Nana is probably
Yeah, she's
caught
a
up.
super fan.
Yeah.
Shout out Nana. I still remember
Woo.
those cookies. Those were good. Those were good.
Oh yeah, the cookies.
Yeah, she
But yeah,
made
we're
me
doing well.
cookies. But
We have high output.
indeed. But yeah, this almost was a rip because my computer wasn't working for a second. I was playing. You can actually find this on my Twitch channel if you go back.
Oh
But
yeah.
I was streaming Red Dead Redemption 2 a little bit ago, and like I was streaming it too high at settings, and the game kept telling me it was funny too. The game kept telling me it was like it's too high. Like stop it. Like you need to lower the settings. And but yeah, it like cooked my graphics card a little bit, and now my computer like stops. It just like freezes. So if anything if this just freezes, we're probably just gonna have to upload what we have and or just cut the
Yeah.
entire episode. So
Wait, so how does a graphics card get hooked by running? Like, that's just crazy to me that the graphics card can be physically damaged by running something
too
that it,
high.
yeah, too high. It just seems like it would just limit itself and just and like instead of saying, "Hey, we suggest that," or instead of having to rely on the game asking you to
Yeah.
lower the settings, seems like the graphics card should get like the computer itself should manually override it or something. Like say, "Hey, you can't play at this because it will damage it." I don't understand why you can just allow the graphics card to get damaged. That's just
Yeah,
weird.
I think I don't know. The
Also,
best argument that I'd be able to give is like the modular PC versus like a console. Like that's what a console would be, I guess. And it's
yeah,
something that's like made and it's made to work. So like
right.
it might not be the best. Like you can get a better look with a modular PC that you have like all the best stuff in, but do you have the best stuff?
Yeah,
It's like a lot of people don't, so they just go with a console that like has like pretty good stuff and it's all engineered. Like the people make it for that console, and
yeah, right.
they know what it's gonna be running on for every single person that has that console. But
Yeah,
for the PC, it's like okay, this guy might have a 1080, this guy might have a
yeah,
4080. I
right.
don't know if a 4080 is a thing, but I know a 3080 is. They're getting pretty crazy with graphics cards now.
Wait, was that resolution you mean?
That's just
Or
like the
the
name.
model of the yeah,
It's
okay.
the name. Yeah.
Like a Ryzen or Nvidia 10840 Xi
Yep.
Ti laptop. Yeah.
Yep. The Nvidia stock is like crazy high right now, and
Really?
it's like huge. Nvidia is
Why is
crazy.
that? Is that just because games are getting
The games
more
and then like their
demanding?
chips are just used for a lot of other things as well. Like
Mm,
they apparently, I mean, like crypto is like huge. You use graphics cards to like mine crypto.
really?
Yeah,
How?
like that's what solves the algorithms or something.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah, I guess that
the
makes
way the
because
GPU
graphics cards
works.
have to like they have to do pretty complex math. Then I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I always think of a graphics card as like, oh, just it's rendering an image. You know
Mm,
how much compute. I mean, but obviously there's a ton of computation that goes into that, like ray tracing and all the crazy stuff you have to
exactly.
do to actually show the user the images.
Yeah.
Wow,
But yeah, so I might have to get a new graphics card pretty soon. But I don't know, it's working right now. But yeah, speaking of it, oh
expensive
whoa,
or new? Oh yeah, okay.
whoa, that's a cool shirt that you got there.
Oh yeah, thanks. I just got it. It's brand new.
Oh yeah, wow.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, here, look.
That looks a
Right.
little, wow. It looks a little
Oh yeah.
familiar. Wait, hang on. Is this, is that what's hanging right
You
here
got
on
one
my?
too?
I think I made that, didn't I? That's
Oh
right.
shoot!
That's
I
right,
guess you
people.
did. Yeah.
I made that T-shirt, and now you can buy one too. You can buy one too. I set up the website the other day. My brand name right now, tentative, is Superbia. So let me know what you think in the comments. But I'll link it in the description. Check it out if you want. Just see. You don't have to buy one, but I need new graphics cards. No,
You gotta
I'm messing around.
Support the channel. Support Foster's graphics card.
Do the Patreon before you buy the T-shirt.
I like the shirt though. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll show the design. I'm not gonna stand up again, but yeah, it's nice.
I made that. I drew that. What do you think?
I like it. It's cool. It like reminds me of. I mean, it reminds me of real like shirts of this style that I've seen. You know.
Yeah. Cool. Dope. Yeah. Nice. I have another design that I haven't put out yet. You can see a preview of it on the website. But I'm gonna put that on my next T-shirt, I think. And then
Nice.
What else? I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, Superbia. It means it's Latin for the sin of pride. It's like the deadly sin of pride. Like yeah. But I thought it was interesting, at least for me, because like in my head it's like you kind of have to have a little bit of pride. You have to have pride in order to like accomplish anything. Because if you're not proud or like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
you have to. Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to have pride in what you. I feel like you shouldn't have pride while you're doing something, but you should have pride in what you accomplish. You know,
yeah,
a healthy amount.
Okay, yeah,
that
exactly.
keeps you motivated to keep going. Yeah.
But exactly. But at the same time, like it's like a very potent intoxicant, if you will. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying.
Like Breaking Bad.
It is both a key factor to many people's success, but also a key factor to many people's downfalls throughout time and history, and also, I am bipolar, so it's like sometimes like the mania aspect of that is like it forms itself in like I think I'm like the best person ever. Like I'm.
Oh yeah.
You get a god complex, so it's like, in a way, it's like a reminder to myself to like, hey, like keep yourself in check a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know, at least a little bit.
That's
I don't know.
It's good.
I don't know. I was just like looking at shit one day, and then that came up, and I saw it, and I was like, that would be a dope. Like that's the name. I was like, that's the name, because I had another name for a long time, but it just didn't work out, and I was looking for a new name for the longest time, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I need to do that. Also, there was this one guy that I know, who he started a clothing brand too, and it was like dog shit, and it was just like the worst shit I've ever seen, and I was like. I was like, if he's doing this shit, if he's doing this trash, I can do my garbage as well. I can do my garbage trash shit. So.
Well, I genuinely like this shirt. Like, I will wear it.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, my therapist bought one.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I handed it to him the other day. It was like, because he was like, he told me that he wouldn't have bought it if he didn't think it was cool. So. I felt that made me feel good, but yeah.
I also wouldn't have. I mean, yeah, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. It's not my style, though, if it wasn't my style. And it's not really my style, but I liked it enough. And I like simple shirts that have cool designs on them. So
it'll go well with a pair of jeans. Wear with a pair of jeans,
right. Which isn't really my style, but I do recognize it would go well with a pair of jeans. So I mean, I just like the shirt. So yeah, that's why I got it. You should all get a shirt.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That I've been working a lot. This past week I had one day off.
Wow.
So I worked like 6. That's bit. I know that's like I work part time. So.
Yeah, I mean that's like a lot for part time. Do you work how many hours a day on average?
Last week it was like 5 probably.
Okay, yeah.
I had like 30-something, like 37 hours until it was like close to 40.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and this next week it'll be a little more chill, and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah. I'm so tired of my internship. Like, they like me a lot. You know what? I just had a talk with my boss, basically, like on Friday, and he was saying, like, he was like complimenting me and saying, like, you know, wherever you go, I know you're going to be a great engineer or whatever, and you're You're like he was like we all appreciate how efficient you are, and you like other interns, help out a little bit, but you really like you're very efficient. We actually consider you like part of the team.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, that's so nice, and I really appreciate that. But also, it's not what I want to do. And like I'm sure when I'm not, if I joined as not an intern, it would be better. But also, I can't stand it. I can't stand. I want to
Yeah.
be. I want to be in a workshop. I want to be in a lab. I want to be walking. I want to have to go different places throughout the day and do different things rather than just sit there on the computer the whole time
Yeah.
and mess around on it.
You
I
want
want
to
to.
be like a multi-purpose like laboratory.
Yes, I want to have a freaking like a yeah. I want to have like a warehouse with like a lab and a workshop and like and like an engineering like just I want to be able to be like, all right, let's go. Oh, I have an idea. All right, let me CAD it up. Let's go to the printers or something. Let's go to the workshop, make it, or let's go to the freaking bench scale chemical laboratory and simulate this process or something. Like, I don't want to just be sitting.
Yeah.
I hate sitting.
That would be dope. Like, you should start a YouTube channel where you just start doing experiments.
Yeah, there's a couple of those. I've seen a few videos from like YouTube, like chemistry grad students, I think, that have
Yeah.
their own labs that just do random experiments.
Shorts, YouTube shorts. And then
Oh
we
my
can funnel
God.
it back into here, Daniel. Then we can funnel it
Oh
back
my
into
God.
here.
I hate YouTube Shorts so much. I hate
Do you
all
use
shorts
YouTube
so
shorts?
much.
Do you use
What?
any do you use any like of the
Yeah,
short
no,
form?
I watch YouTube Shorts, but every time I do, it's like
It's
three
garbage.
of yes, it's
It's
garbage.
trash.
It's trash.
It's like the worst of all of them too. It's like TikTok and then like Instagram Reels and then
Yeah,
YouTube Shorts. It's like,
yeah. But first, okay,
but
so
I still use it
Instagram.
too, dude. I use
But
both.
you know what I
I
really
don't
hate
use
is
TikTok. I don't use
I
TikTok.
don't use TikTok either. Yeah. But
Okay.
I hate all short form videos. It's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
It's awful. Ah, God,
It
it's
really,
so
no, it
bad.
really is. It really is though.
It's
Like,
just it degrades your brain watching it. And so like but sometimes like okay, you watch like if you watch like 20 of them, you'll see like one or two that were actually
you
maybe
keep
worth it.
track.
I mean, I don't that's just my estimate.
Okay, I was
Like
gonna
of
say
the one like it's
you're a
always
different breed
so
if you're like, yeah, I watched 86 of these. Holy shit! I just go. I just go.
it's so awful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and
Dude,
I know I
I
said
knew. Yeah, the other morning I woke up at like 8:30, right? And I just sat in front of my window on Instagram Reels for like 2 hours. And I was like, I looked up and it was like 10:30, and I was like, holy shit! I need to get started with my day. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God, it's awful. And I can't, how I said a while ago, like I'm gonna stop reading comments.
yeah.
I have,
Oh
in
yeah.
some ways I have, but also I still check the comments. Every time I do, I'm like, why did I check the comments? They're so bad.
No.
It's just full of people who think they're so funny or so, also just, this is full of the most toxic people ever who are just
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, all right, let's say there's a video with like a baby doing something funnier. The comment section will just be a war over people going like, okay, this is funny, but you need to do this with your baby. You need to make sure that they're buckled in correctly
Yeah.
or some crap that they think they're the best parent in the world and they think they know. Like, just shut up. Just enjoy the
Literally.
video. If the baby didn't actively die in the video, I don't care. Okay? So,
That's
like,
funny.
shut up. And then people make jokes like they're the funniest people ever. Reddit is awful.
Yeah.
I'll look up. I've started like I think I mentioned this last time. I've started looking up like adding Reddit to my search,
Mm-hmm.
to my keywords, so that I get people who are discussing it rather than just a bunch of like ads and
Yeah,
web
literally.
articles written by people who can't
What
write.
happened to the internet, dude? That's crazy.
Honestly, it's just like, so people on Reddit are there's
That's why
always
I be
like
using the
a big
AI,
thread
bro.
of people making jokes and everyone's adding on to the joke and I'm just like, guys, you're not. What are you doing with your time? Why do you?
Yeah, like I've been fighting this urge more, right? But every time I go to post something, even like these, I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, no one. Like,
No one
realistically, we would all be so much happier if we, like, didn't have social media. Like, and if we just, like, all focused on our own shit all day, every day.
Yep.
Like, holy shit. Oh, my God. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It's a problem.
I totally agree, yeah.
What do you think it'll, like, manifest? Because, like, it's obviously sinister at this point.
I don't know, man.
In some facets.
I think people are going to get sick of it eventually. Like, so think about the progression, right?
Right? Yeah.
Short
like, I'm already sick of it. We're already sick of it.
I'm sick of it, yeah. So people, it started with, like, Vine, right? Or what was, like, the first, like, short form video platform?
Yeah, like Vine, I guess. Vine. And then, like, Musical.ly, and then TikTok.
I remember Musical.ly, yeah. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
why was Musical.ly different from TikTok? That's the
why
thing
are
I
any
thought.
Of them different?
That's what I thought at the beginning of, like, TikTok. I was like, how is this different from Musical.ly? I was like, and you know what it was? I think it was the vertical swipe. Because Musical.ly, I think it had a horizontal.
Oh, that's way less fun.
I think it was the vertical swipe. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, and
the only difference.
Vine was vertical,
but they didn't have the whole music component, right?
They didn't have the whole music component. It was more like a Facebook.
Yeah,
it was more like an Instagram.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
So okay, it started with that, and it's progressed. It's like it started with that, and then there were like some companies, some apps, doing short form videos, right? But YouTube wasn't doing it. When did Instagram start doing that kind of thing?
After TikTok came out.
After okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So it started small, right? With TikTok, everyone was like, "Oh shoot, this is really popular. Let's dump all this garbage."
TikTok.
Yeah. So I think it's just gonna be like this. Like if you go into the future a little bit, it's gonna be like because everyone's gonna get sick of it. It's not like cigarettes where it's like everyone knows it's bad for you, but people can't stop because they're addicted. I think people do get addicted to this kind of media.
It's something you can stop. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying people get addicted to this media, but it's not strong. I don't think this is. I think it's eventually, like, it's going to be
such diminishing returns.
Yeah, exactly. It's such diminishing returns, and you can't.
It gets to a point where like reading a book is like more satisfying than scrolling on TikTok for 5 hours.
Doing the stuff you used to do is more satisfying. Yeah, it's like it's like a self-curing addiction. It's like a temporary addiction. It's not like with, let's say, with cigarettes, you might get addicted and then it's diminishing returns. You might try a different drug or something, right? But with the short form videos, what else are you going to try? What are you going to do? Make a shorter video? No, you're going to go to a longer video.
You add Subway surfers to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you're gonna it like returns you back to that's what I think is it's going to return us back to the start. I could be like, oh, this is so cool, I love these. Oh, I'm addicted to it now. I kind of want to stop. Where do I go from here? Oh, here's a longer video. Oh, here's a movie. Here's a book. Here's a TV show. And we're back to here. It's just back to the same place.
The market corrects itself.
That's what I think. That's my guess.
Yeah. I like collecting classic books, even though I don't know if I'm ever gonna read them. Like I bought Don Quixote the other day. I think we talked about that sometime, but
I don't.
Yeah, we were both like, I've never read it. Yeah. We were both like,
yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I saw it at Barnes and Noble. I love going to Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Buying books. Yeah, but I bought Don Quixote.
Books.
Yeah.
Do you ever like flip through a book and just?
Yeah. Book smell. Yeah. I bought The Hound of Baskerville.
Oh yeah.
Sherlock Holmes,
right? Yep.
I plan on reading that. Yeah. And then I bought Frankenstein a couple weeks ago. Like,
oh, nice.
Before
that's a good one.
Yeah, I really want to read Frankenstein, especially because apparently in the book he's not necessarily like he's actually supposed to be quite like beautiful according to the book.
The book is so totally different from all the other
Yeah.
like movies and every other media. He's like a dude. He's like a person, and it's
Yeah.
like about him trying to figure out who he is, you know. And it's really
Yeah.
tragic. Like it, I don't want to spoil it. I don't even know if I can spoil it. I remember vaguely how it ends, but
Yeah.
it's like it's about Frankenstein's monster, not like terrorizing people, but being like trying to fit in, kind not fit in. I don't remember it enough to say that, but it's much
Like
more.
come to terms with his existence.
Yeah, it's much
Yeah.
more profound than the books or than the
Yeah,
movies
and
and
like
stuff make out.
he's supposed to like not like people are like not he's not like ugly and he's not like all like cut up and like misfigured. I
Yeah,
think he probably has like I think it's like he has scars, but
yeah,
like he's not like a green like monster and like
no,
it's supposed to be like he's just like so abnormally like he looks human but like it's like that's not one of us. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I think I remember that from what I remember. That's what it was like. I was gonna say something about classic. Oh, do you have any favorite poems? Like, do you like how much have you read? I have not read that much
The
poetry.
only one I can remember is the one Robert Frost one about like the two roads. You know what I'm
Okay,
talking about?
like the road less traveled by
Something
or
about
something.
that, yeah.
Less traveled. I love Ozymandias. Have you ever read that one?
No.
It's by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Same last name as the Frankenstein author, actually, but
Wow.
it's a fantastic poem. I mean, it's like everything I love about like it's just it's a great theme. So I'd highly recommend reading that. It's very short too.
Wait, what?
What?
Ozymandias? What it's about?
Ozymandias. You want me to read it? I
No.
can read it. No.
Give
Okay.
me a summary.
All right. It's really short though. You'll no. I'm gonna read it. It's so short. It's
Like
like 10
okay.
lines.
Alright,
All right.
whatever.
Ready? I'm not gonna read it all fancy. I'm just gonna read it. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Uh, all right. Here we go. This is Ozymandias. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair.
Hmm.
Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
Hmm.
So,
Profound.
yeah,
Yeah.
profound.
So let me get. I want to see if I can get. This is
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
got from
try
it.
and.
This is what I got
Okay,
from it.
okay. Yeah,
It's like this guy, Ozymandias. He has this monument in the middle of all this nothing, and he's like, but it's this great claim where it's like, I am the king, but there's no one really there to even
yeah,
like refute him and say like what really happened there, like what was there before, like
yeah,
who is Ozymandias, like no one can really say, so all we can really go by is like his claim. So like
yeah.
I guess he
Well, it's
is the
kind of.
king of kings.
Well, but it's also not even like I think just the fact that it's in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing around and nobody knows what happened. I think that in itself refutes him. The point. I think it's like it's irony, or it's irony, but it's also like it's pointing out the fallacy of like
Mm.
empires and man who the people like everybody thinks they're awesome, right? And it's the whole
Yeah.
point is this guy has this giant statue of him in the desert and his face fell off, right? So it's all like buried and there's nothing else to show what his empire looked like. And
Okay.
then on the pedestal, it just shows you that that's what he thought at the time. You know, that's what he thought he was the king
Yeah.
of kings. He's saying, "Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." And
Okay.
there's nothing else. There's just sand. So it's just like there used to be stuff there. He used to be cool, maybe. And he at one point he had a big enough empire to write that, but it's all gone. And nobody remembers who he is. So
Mm.
it's cool. And I also love the detail in the beginning. It's like the poem could have started with this story, right? It could have
Yeah.
started with here's what's in the desert. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But it started with I met a traveler from an antique land who said, and then it quotes the traveler for the rest of the poem. Right? He's like
Uh,
this traveler, I met this traveler from an
so it's
antique land.
really like you're kind of getting told a story. It's like a game of
Yeah.
telephone.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just the whoever wrote the poem is telling the story. It's like the poet is just going he's saying, "Oh, yeah, I met
Yeah.
this person from a long way away." It just adds like it makes it even more mystical and it's not like, "Oh, here's this thing that I
Yeah.
know about." It's like I just met this person who told me about this thing in the desert. It just makes it so much like this is why I said it encapsulates everything that I like about a story because it makes it so impersonal and just this is just what happened.
Mhm.
It's not trying to be more than it is. It's just this is what happened. And then the whole story that the traveler tells is also that way. It's not trying to be anything. It's literally just saying here's this massive monument in the desert that's all decrepit and whatever and here's like this crazy claim on the pedestal and it's like, it's obviously this used to be belong to somebody but there's just nothing. Whatever happened, we don't care that but now what exists is nothing. It's nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
And then what I like about that, in contrast, like what you're saying is that like empires don't last, everything crumbles. Like
Yeah.
what I like about that is like especially when you're saying about how his legend is being passed around by these travelers. Like in a way, he Ozymandias has kind of created a legacy that outlasted him, and
That's
like
true.
he continues to exist in the world, in like
Yeah,
in a
that's a
different
good point.
way, and like I don't know, I think that's cool as well because it's like maybe it's not what he wanted, but like he still
Yeah,
technically like is
that's a
a
good point.
king of kings, right? Like I don't know, in some sense,
Well,
like
yeah, because
not
yeah, I think that's a good point because like the whole point of the story, like the story he's telling is basically just yeah that
yeah.
nothing exists of this king who claimed he was the best, right? But you're telling the story about what
You're
current
talking
like
about him.
you're talking about what's left, and
You're
even though
talking
that's
about him.
probably not what he wanted, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't sound like a very great dude. He sounds like he's like, look on my works, ye mighty in despair, or whatever. He sounds like a tyrant, but what you get from it is just there used to be this king and then he basically just become like his legacy is no longer the best of the kings. It's like he was he's like an example of a king, like of
Yeah.
this is just what happens, it's
Mhm.
but yet it has his name attached to it, so it's he lives on. That's a
Yeah,
good
like
point.
I feel like that's a goal for me is like create something that like will last. Like even
Yeah.
if it's just like a huge like statue that's just sitting on a like a countryside looking out in the
Yeah.
ocean somewhere. That's kind of what I want to do really. I just want like I want to do like a big giant like wombat. Yeah, yeah. Like a giant
What?
wombat statue on a
Oh,
cliff
okay.
somewhere
You
in
just want to be
Australia, and it's
Wouldn't
just
that be
staring
funny?
out into an ocean. Maybe not on a cliff because if erosion happens and it could fall.
Yeah.
I want
Wouldn't
that
it be
thing to
funny
be
if like
there. I want that thing to be there for a long time.
Yeah. Like long enough where everything else is gone and then
People
people
are like,
come
who
back
the
late
fuck
in the
did
future.
this?
Yeah, like,
Like,
who did this? And they think they like can't figure it out and the real reason is you're just like, yeah, I
yeah,
just want to make this for the express purpose of
literally.
confusing people in the future.
Ancient philosophers believed that this was a ritual site where the ancient people worshipped the wombat as some sort of deity god that provided fertility to the land. In reality, yeah. So we're gonna put the giant wombat here, and then was gonna be like, "Whoa, it's a wombat." I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a good goal. I mean, why not, right? Nothing matters, so why not?
why not? Nothing matters. Well, no. But yeah, I saw Oppenheimer.
Oh,
Didn't
you
see
did.
Barbie yet, but I
I
will, I
haven't seen
guess.
either of them. I want to see Indiana Jones first because that's almost out of theaters, and then I'm gonna get the other
I heard
ones.
it was trash, dude. I heard it was
I heard it like
garbage.
mixed things. I heard some people say it's awesome and some people say it's not good. So we'll see.
I won't lie, the trailer was slightly intriguing, but
You haven't seen it though?
no, no.
Okay. I bet it's
I
better than
don't
The
think
Flash.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll go see it if I have time. Yeah,
I
I
want to
got
see it.
some time
I
this
want
week.
to see it. I've heard that it's fun, and as long as it's fun, that's all I need it to be. That's what Indiana Jones should be, you know.
But
So
so is this his granddaughter?
Well, his granddaughter's in it. Yeah, I think.
Like his yeah. Okay, so is that supposed to be Shia LaBeouf's kid?
I
Because
don't.
isn't he his son?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I don't know how she's related to
I
him. Actually,
liked
that's a good.
Crystal Skull. God damn it!
Okay, hold on. If you like Crystal Skull, then I don't trust anything. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I don't think this one's good or anything. Crystal
I
Skull
saw
was
Crystal
horrible.
Skull. Listen, I grew up. My mom didn't let me watch PG-13 movies. Right when I was growing
Yeah.
up,
Okay.
kindergarten and kindergarten graduation from OLPH.
Okay.
Crystal Skull came out the same day. We went to McDonald's and then we went to the mall and saw that. She didn't know it was PG-13 until the fucking guy got eaten by all the ants, and then she was like, hmm. And I was like, whoa, this is dope. So,
But
and then
it's
the
just.
aliens came, and I was like, whoa,
Uh,
aliens! I was like, no way.
all right. I guess I can see when you're a kid. Like, yeah, elementary school. I can see it being
And
like that.
the McDonald's toys were Crystal Skull toys. So I had
Oh
like an
yeah.
alien toy, and I went into the movie with the toy. It was crazy. It blew my mind. I was
That
like,
yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's fair. But then if you watch it, if you like, have you watched it since?
no.
Yeah. If you watch it now,
Okay, no,
it's
you
not
can't
good.
lie. You can't lie. That beginning portion where he's getting like moved, like all the Nazis are like
With
pointing
and
him
the
around the area. Or are they
with the
Nazis? I don't
atomic.
know.
Well, aren't they? And they're Russian. I think they're Soviets.
Soviets. Okay, so yeah, they're like looking for the thing, and he has the gunpowder, and he like throws it in the air, and then yeah, and then the nuke town.
Yeah.
That thing
I
that
liked
was dope. That was
that whole thing
dope.
was cool. Yes, that's all cool. That's fun. But then everything else after that was terrible. It sucked. Like they had CGI monkeys and random crap swinging through the desert or the jungle. It just was bad.
I don't remember
It
the
like
monkeys.
there were like disgust like horrible CGI monkeys. It was really bad.
Okay.
It was like the advent of like lots of CGI in movies, kind of, and it was
Okay.
really bad.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe it won't be as good as I remember if I rewatch it, but you
From
know.
what I've heard of this one, it's like it's returning more to the first three, where it's more practical, not yeah, more practical effects and just more like practical action instead of like oh aliens
All
and
right.
crazy
Maybe
lasers and yeah.
I'll give it a try.
I want to give it a try.
What's the best one?
Best one is probably the first one.
What's the one where he like the guy with the sword, and then he just
That's the
shoots him?
first one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the best one. IMO.
Also,
In
it's
my
just it's
opinion.
John Williams did the score, so you can't go
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, okay, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom's
Seriously,
okay.
John Williams, like imagine Star
Yeah,
Wars.
that guy's track record is insane.
Just I just want to I want to give a personal thank you to John Williams for being who you are, for doing
Shout out
what you've
John
done to
Williams.
the movies. Because think about Star Wars, I don't think it would be nearly as possible if it didn't have the most epic soundtrack ever in it. Like the first, think about A New Hope when that came out. If it just had plain old like movie music or something in it, like uninspired, it just wouldn't
Movie
feel as
music.
awesome. You know, like it's got like the first movie alone has like oh my gosh, it's got like 10 different more than 10 different themes for each thing that happens in the movie and each person in the movie. It doesn't even have Darth Vader's theme in it yet, the Imperial March, and it was and you still it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like over the course of those first three movies especially, the number and all the other ones too, but those first three movies, the number of just incredibly unique themes and orchestrations that are in there for every single part of the movie, every single person, every single scene is just crazy, and it just adds so much magic to it.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
That guy's
thank you,
baller.
John Williams. Yeah,
Shout out John. Come on the podcast.
that would be.
Come on the podcast, John Williams. But
He's
yeah.
such a sweet guy too. Have you seen
Is
any
he?
interviews
Oh, you've
with
met
him?
John Williams.
Yeah, personally, I've shook
Okay,
his
that's
hand.
sick. That's sick, dude.
Yeah, no, but
Um,
I went to a concert where he spoke. Like he was on stage and he spoke, and I think he conducted a couple of his own orchestrations, and then I've seen a few interviews with him, and he's just such a sweet, like he's such a musician. You know, he's like, yeah, he's a nice guy.
just a real
He
class
seems like
act guy.
he is.
Okay,
It's all
yeah,
about the
but
music.
Oppenheimer was like, it was okay. It was good.
Just okay.
People are saying 10 out of 10. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Why not?
It's literally just a bunch of scientists talking about science for 3 hours. And yeah, they do a good job. They make it seem like stakes, but like I genuinely don't think if you don't already know like a decent amount about like how the atomic bomb works, like and like how the actual like physics work behind it, you're kind of at certain points you're gonna be like, what, why, like why did they do that, or like what they kind of it's not about it's less about the atomic bomb and more about, and I mean obviously, right, of course, I guess Oppenheimer and his legacy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So like duh, but like
that's what I'm expecting. That's what I was. I wouldn't want it to be just about, oh, here's how the atomic bomb was made. I wanted.
Yeah, there was a lot more aftermath than I thought there was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 75% build up and then like bomb happens and then like 25% aftermath. It was like 50-50.
Wow.
I'd say.
See, I like that kind of stuff though. I like the aftermath things, because that's how, like, the predictable one where it's like 75% and 20%. That's only part of the story, right? Like, I like the fact that they tell a story of, now that this thing exists, what happens to the world.
Yeah, and like, yeah, Albert Einstein was in the movie. Albert Einstein, dude, and yeah, like, holy shit, like the Avengers of physics were alive in like that time period. Like, yeah. Holy fuck. Like, whoa. And maybe it's just the fact that like we're living in the world directly afterwards affected by like most of their big contributions, and like we're living in the dawn of a new era perhaps. And we're gonna have our own like Lorenzes, or like Lorenz, no, that guy's old. But like, you know what I'm saying. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Was it Lorentz? I think so. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. That is a science. That's a physicist.
Like
right?
Einstein, like and Oppenheimer, and fucking
Strauss.
Bohr, Strauss. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Fucking baller at, like, literal Avengers of science. Pretty cool.
Isn't that weird though? Like, that time period was very interesting from a scientist perspective, because there are, I don't know, I mean, it just seemed like the field was
union membership peaked at around 1960.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we made it to the moon that year.
Why is that?
Or that decade.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's whatever.
What do you think, is the atomic bomb or the moon landing bigger accomplishment?
Moon landing for sure. Yeah.
I agree.
Because that shit was like a cardboard box, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
what about has the most repercussions on the future of mankind? Of humankind?
Oh, definitely that atomic bomb.
Yeah. I mean,
has it really yet? Let's fucking let's really make it have some effects on humanity.
Let's have some impact. Well,
let's really, we've been having all these crises.
Imagine if we didn't go to the moon at all.
What?
Currently, we wouldn't have any prospects to leave Earth ever, right?
Because we'd still be like, oh, we can't get to the fucking moon.
Exactly. So, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll all nuke ourselves before that happens, but maybe we'll be able to leave Earth at some point. That'd be pretty cool.
I think so what is it? 2023 right now. How old are we? I'm 21. Are you 21?
I'm 21.
Okay, we're both 21 in 2023. 51, so 30 years from now is going to be 2053.
53. Yeah.
2053 predictions. Now, what do you think are going to be some like life-changing shit that happens? Like internet level shit, I'm talking. It could be one, it could be multiple, it could be none. Yeah, it could be going down.
I think
Leave
bad
your comments in the below.
I think bad climate stuff is going to have happened, and we are going to be so either bad climate stuff is going to have happened, and it's so bad that it's um not apocalyptic, but like it's like disaster level, right? Like worldwide disaster level, and now we're in disaster recovery. We're trying to save ourselves, right? Or it will have climate change stuff will have started to happen enough to the point where everyone wakes up and starts doing something about it, and we will have averted or we're in the process of stopping it successfully, right? That's what I hope. Those on the climate side, that's what I think is going to be happening. It's either like, oh, or obviously we could just be still failing for some reason and whatever. But I think it's going to be like we're either already in a disaster mode and we're trying to get out of it, or we almost went into a disaster mode, or we started to go and then we stopped ourselves, right? And
Yeah.
now we're trying to fix it completely. I think, and then I think everything hinges on that, right? I don't think we're not going to be maintaining a base on Mars while the world is like burning, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I want to help. That's why I want to solve it, because I think it doesn't. To me, it does not matter what else. Like, oh, I think there's going to be AI. Or I mean, that's important, but I think we're going to go to the space, and I think we're going to go into the center of the Earth, and then we're going to do all this, explore the oceans and stuff. We can't do any of that stuff if we're all dead. So,
Yeah.
and if everything else is dead too, like if we're at a point where food is so scarce, yeah, we just can't do it.
Ugh, excuse me.
But
Jesus.
that's what I
Yeah.
think. I think it's a critical. We're in the critical years now of climate. Like things before 2080 or something, drastic things are either going to change. Drastic things are going to change, and we either have to fix it in real time, or we all die probably,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or it becomes like just
Yeah.
or like maybe a ton of people die, and then the climate starts to fix itself because everyone's dead, and then it's just like apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's what
Huh.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get to the point where like the rain is getting like kind of acidic,
Mm.
and I think that's when they're really gonna start like taking it seriously. So yeah, probably like a changed world. Yeah, I think like the world will definitely be like changed.
Yeah, the physical world will be different, I think.
But with that, I think there will be a lot of advancements in tech. Like I think we're gonna have a lot of
Yeah,
like medical advancements. I think
yeah,
yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of diseases are gonna be like kind of gotten rid of through just like whatever the fuck vaccines, CRISPR, gene editing, whatever. I think designer babies are gonna become a thing. I
yeah,
think like because the sanctity of like a family is already gone, like kind of. I mean, it's not the norm anymore. Like,
yeah,
uh, so like you're gonna see. I think you're gonna start seeing like celebrities like just like, oh, I'm gonna have a kid with this person because they're hot, and then they
naked
go
designer.
to yeah, and then they also like go to the clinic and they get the fucking genes of the baby edited so that it's like a
Yeah,
athlete, dancer, superstar that they can fucking monetize.
yeah,
I think we're gonna go into like hyper capitalism. Maybe not like full cyberpunk dystopia, but like yeah. If not, if the aliens don't come and they don't form the one world government, it's gonna be hyper capitalism across international like territories. That's why I think. But so like poverty, like the way like the gap, the wealth gap will be like insane, but the average life will be arguably like better compared to like fucking the 50s. But yeah, leave your predictions on what the future holds in the comments below.
2053. What's happening?
2053, what's happening? What do you want the title to be? 2053 predictions.
Let's do. I like 2053. What's happening?
2053, what's happening?
It'd be like 2053 colon
Okay,
or
comma,
colon
so that's the not semicolon. Okay, the 2 dots.
full colon, yeah.
And what's
2053,
happening? Capital W,
what,
capital H.
but then with an apostrophe instead of the G. And
Oh
happening.
yeah, what's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Question
Okay.
mark. Yeah.
All right. What do
We got to
you
do a
want?
thumbnail. Yeah.
What do we do for thumbnail?
What if we're like, or something,
I don't know.
like
I'll
what's
think of-
happening?
No.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, what's happening?
Okay. Cool.
This must be so entertaining
Swag.
for the people who listen, like on the podcast. There's just like 5 seconds of silence while we.
What do we? Hey, what do we?
thumbnail.
Okay. I should. Yeah. It's like yeah. All right. Peace out. Wait. Fuck. I need to check. A Patreon.
Oh yeah.
If it's working, I emailed. Okay. I never got back into it, and I emailed them. And they didn't get back to me, I don't think. Are you in your like?
They did. I deleted the email because I
deleted the email. Okay.
Yeah, because I saw it. I thought you saw it. Okay,
No.
they said it was fine. They said it was like a site-wide thing, and they fixed it.
Okay, so theoretically this should work right now.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's 12.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Well, it's okay. That's all right. I can join a few minutes late. Like I said, it's a group meeting.
I don't
that I have
even
to go
know
to.
if this thing's gonna load right now. Straight up. My shit.
Well, what if let's just apologize if anyone did.
Yeah,
subscribe.
sorry
You
if you're
get
on
an
the
extra.
Patreon.
You get an extra.
Oh wait, there it is. No one. Okay. All that hype for
Excellent.
nothing. That's okay. Next
Alright.
time. We'll get them next time. Alright. Peace out. I'm Hungry Nation.